Arsenal 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Player ratings. And we thank God for the gift of life. Hope you guys are really having a fantastic stay wherever you are. This is Rokani David. Smash like button, comment, and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, it is a game of football that is really one of those that's going to hit, obviously, Gators by surprise in a way it ended, by the way, because Wolves were pushing the point, at the time the referee blew the last minute whistle. But all in all, we thank God for the gift of life. The Muslim is Barakallahu Fikum. And let's get into the player ratings. Goalkeeper, David Raya. And today, in the dressing room, I know David Raya is really going to look at Zinchenko in a very bad way. He's going to look him with a very bad eye and is going to criticize him for giving away that ball easily that resulted into Arsenal conceding one. By the way, if it wasn't for that mistake that Zinchenko did, this guy was going to keep a clean sheet. He was going to keep a clean sheet, and he would have gone ahead to add that to the others. That's going ahead to make at the club of Arsenal, because Arsenal have gone ahead to keep only 2 clean sheets at the side of Emirates in the Premier League, against Man City and against Manchester City and against Sheffield, right? But every game they're going to hate playing the Premier League, apart from those 2, Arsenal have going to hate to concede goals. So this man is not going to be a happy man. You remember how Aaron Ramsdale used to obviously come up at his Arsenal players even when they win, and he obviously concedes. He really feels bad because every goalkeeper is looking at obviously keeping clean sheet. So I'm giving David Raya a 6.5 out of 10 into that game of football, and he really looked very, very good, very much composed every time. The more he is really in between the stitches of Arsenal, the more he finds himself in a better position of obviously finding the best of himself. Then we go to Tomiyasu, that is the right back, with an assist on the night, closed down everything on that side. My God, he's like showing Mikel Arteta that, please, when you signed me in 2021, I was really one of the right backs that used to play here, and Ben White was playing as a central defender. So please, this is my position. And for the previous 3 games, Tomiyasu is announcing himself as the best right back at Arsenal by what he's doing in the offensive area, because no question marks should be raised on the defensive game of Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu is very hard, very defensive, and he does everything in its particular order. That is it when it comes to the defensive side. And this season, he's putting in lots of works, especially in the offensive side of the pitch, and that is one of the things that Arteta loves most. Now, every time Ben White will be started and Tomiyasu will be benched, Arsenal fans will be really telling the manager of Arsenal that, please, Mikel Arteta, you are using a player, Ben White, whose efforts offensively and defensively are not better than Tomiyasu. The only thing that Ben White does better than Tomiyasu is that he's a better ball passer. That is it. And he's used as a reference point onto the wide, all the internal, all the right inside tunnels, all the right half spaces. That is it. But out of 100, Ben White cannot reach the levels of contribution of Tomiyasu in the full 90. So fans of Arsenal will be very bitter for that, and they'll call in for this guy to come in through. And he's taking a 7 out of 10 from me because he really looked good. He really looked good on the day. We go to Zinchenko, +1 -1. That's what I can tell you. He would have gone ahead to get himself like a 7 like Tomiyasu, but he added 1 and then subtracted 1. How did he add 1 and subtract 1? He was responsible for the assist of the second goal that Martin Odegaard scores. But in the 86th minute, he obviously takes off 1. So I'm going to give him, by the way, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10, because that goal that he gives away in that minute is the worst goal that you'll ever want to obviously concede, because the manager would have gone ahead to make substitutions knowing that game is done. 2-0, we can maintain there and see whether we score 1. If we don't score any 1 goal, then it will be okay for us. But this man came in through and gifted. And Wolverhampton Wanderers was all over, that back line of Arsenal. And to show you how bad that would have gone ahead to cost Arsenal, imagine if at all Arsenal considered a second goal. And people will go away with it because they saw to it that Arsenal is going ahead to win by 2-1. But if at all Arsenal lost, my dear, you will be here mourning, and you'll be here, obviously, slating Zinchenko. So, for me, when I'm looking at things, I really look at him on how they would have gone ahead to go ugly. And I'm giving Zinchenko a 6 out of 10. That is it. Because he gives away a ball very sloppily. That is it. 6 out of 10 for me for Zinchenko. They put up an assist. But let me tell you, my dear, he had taken Arsenal to the Lions by so doing. Gabriel Magalhaes, 7 out of 10. Really put in a very good defensive effort, especially in those 4 plus the 6 added minutes, meaning that those were the last 10 minutes of the game. He put in a very good shift that gave the side of Arsenal a win. We got William Saliba, 7.5 out of 10. He's the best centre-back at Arsenal. He's the best centre-back at Arsenal and is one of the best central defenders in the world at his age. That is William Saliba. And he really puts in a lot of effort, and physically he's okay. Press resistance is okay. Passing is okay. Game reading is okay. By the way, there is nothing that is not really perfect about William Saliba. I've not yet seen it. One will say you just love him a lot, but that's not the case. I call a spade a spade. I don't support Arsenal, but I have to accept the progress that is really happening at the club of Arsenal. So he takes a 7.5 out of 10. Declan Rice, man, an 8 out of 10. Declan Rice put in an effort. And remember, he's one of those players that's going to have to play almost 90 minutes in every game that Arsenal is going to have to play. And I think Arteta just brought him in because of his energy levels and how he's not an injury-prone player, because that single pivot position has never been lacking ever since he came in through. He has gone ahead to put in a shift, and no one is questioning the decision that was made to pay £105 million for him to come in through and obviously do the needful at the club of Arsenal. And in those minutes where Arsenal just conceded, he really put in very many blocks in there for you, and he put up a shift. That is a player known as, what's the name? Declan Rice. Martin Odegaard, he takes an 8.5 out of 10 from me, because he really put up a shift, scoring the second goal. And in the previous 2 games that has gone ahead to come in through and really play, 2 or 3, I think there are 3, he has gone ahead to score 2 goals. What a way for Odegaard to really rediscover himself. We all know that he has been out of action because of an injury and missed out on some number of games, but the manager gave him that well-needed rest and returned and really played very, very well. That is none other than Odegaard. He takes an 8.5 out of 10. We go to Trossard, a little bit silent in the game, but his impact was felt, and I understand that was played in the midfield 3, and I knew Arteta was going to do it when I get to learn that Yao Gomez and Lemina are out, because there was no reason for getting in another body that is not attackive and creative as Trossard. And having not played 90 minutes, having played no minute in the game of RC Lens, I think Arteta had every reason to start Trossard. To me, he's the best informed player at the club of Arsenal, and he's going to obviously utilize every chance that he gets. He doesn't, by the way, require 2 chances to score 1 goal. He only needs 1 chance to score 1 goal. He is that clinical, and Arteta knew it by that, and he went ahead to obviously bring him on. He gets a 6.5 out of 10 from me. We go to Gabriel Martinelli. a little bit not yet to the Gabriel Martinelli that we know. He's that kind of player that is going to have to continue to really fight hard to get in the attacking spaces and obviously cause havoc onto that side. But all I want to let you know is that this guy is really very important, and he's fighting to get back to his full form. We all know that, and we just need to obviously respect that. And he takes a 6.5 out of 10 from me. That is it. And Saka, 8.5 out of 10. That's what I'm really giving him. I'm giving him the same thing as Odegaard, because they all put up a very good shift on the day. So Gabriel Jesus, he takes an 8 out of 10. The secondary assists for both goals are really important. Some people don't really look at where the ball comes in through for the goal to go inside the back of the net. Like when Saka came in through and really put up that ball for Tomiyasu for the 5th goal that Arsenal scored against RC Lens, you cannot fail to give that player his flowers, especially Saka, for that. But today, if at all you watch those two games, those two goals that Arsenal scored, there was an orchestrator who really went ahead to put up a very huge shift on the night. So that is not other than Gabriel Jesus takes an 8 out of 10. Then let's go to the substitutes. Ben White, 6 out of 10. Edin Ketia, he ran all over the pitch and tried to put it in shift. 6.5 out of 10. Jakub Kiwior, 6.5 out of 10. Jorginho, 6 out of 10. And Kai Havertz, 6.5 out of 10. So Mikel Arteta, he gets a 6.5 out of 10 for me. And if you're to go to the man of the match, obviously that is none other than Bukayo Saka. I'm giving Saka as my man of the match, and I hope you guys also have your different man of the match. So go into the comment section and tell me who your man of the match was today, as Arsenal beat Wolverhampton Wanderers by 2-1. What marked Arsenal's 4-point gap to lead the Premier League table in there for you. So continue to do the needful, and let's obviously put up a very well thought up answer on everything we're gonna hate to do. You can as well read for me all the players from the goalkeeper to Gabriel Jesus and the subs that are coming through, and I'll be eager and very much ready to really put in a reaction and read your comments in the comment section below. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later. 5-finger salute and good night to those going to bed. Man United Newcastle still 0-0. How many minutes played? 50 minutes played. Bye bye.